you can take a canvas of any square feet, if you can put 40 stories in it and people understand them, then you wrote an entire novel in one wall. This painting is a parable about how knowledge evolves, and it covers 50,000 years of time. Well, I had a student recently tell me, no, this is about the Bible. I went, cool. I never thought that, but I like that. And then another one told me, no, this is about the machine age. And I went, cool. You know, again, not my idea, but their idea equally as good. But what's cool is that it's got 5 layers of paint on it. The paint is so thin that there's not even 50 tubes of paint this big that cover that whole thing. You know, if you squeezed them all out in gallon buckets, you wouldn't have 2 gallons of oil paint. As far as you know, this is the largest stretch canvas in the world. Not the biggest mural, because murals are technically anything painted on a wall. But this is actually a free-floating canvas. It doesn't touch the wall. It's 130 feet long, 1,300 square feet. It took us 30 days to figure out how to stretch this canvas. Our job here is to teach students how to solve problems. The future of students like you is to not be a technician. The future of students like you is to create new things. The world needs idea people. My job is to help that in some way, shape, or form. So, you know, you can take an art class and you figure it's this much of your education, but we're trying to add in this much of problem solving skills. So, you know, we don't care if you make art. We care if you use art as a tool, as a weapon. But I do have architecture students and engineering students that work with me all the time on the computer end or on the problem solving end. And so if you were to go into the community, you're going to see everything, especially on the main road coming into town, 3 major sculptures there. And it's probably more common in the sculptures, because we'll build something that has considerable scale, like the 125th. But the whole thing, all these 2,000-pound pieces are anchored with welds this big. And so they actually move in the wind, but they absorb that energy through the design, so when it gets down to those little welds, there's no energy to the welds. So every piece of public art we design has 2 priorities. 1, aesthetic. Is it a personal statement about a place and time? And 2, does it create problems worthy of academic attention and time? So our job is to use art effectively as a component of your education, regardless of what it is.